dancehall artist David Brooks' moniker, Mavado, has been told by the Jamaican authorities that his arrest warrant is still valid. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Rastafari Soldier here of Deep Roots TV. Puff Daddy, ladies and gentlemen, has pled in his case as Craig Butler is shocked of the support that Messi received from the Jamaican audience, and Spice has been sued by her friend and spiritual advisor, and we all has known dancehall artist Squash is currently out of the Immigration and Custom Agency and has been turned over to the federal agency. These are the stories we're going to talk about today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in to Deep Roots TV. Greetings, and salutations, yeah, to all nation. Ladies and gentlemen, yeah, you know it's your favorite Jamaican. I'm Rastafari Soldier here of Deep Roots TV. Thank you for tuning in to the Rastaman channel. And if you have not subscribed or followed the Rastaman channel, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button. Follow me on TikTok. Build up the Rastaman panel. Well, it's just a week after Mavado has declared on social media that he would be taking legal actions against the Jamaican government for the ill treatment of his son, Dante Brooks. Now, David Brooks, Mavado, has pressed on in the press saying that his son was illegally arrested. Well, new revelations have revealed that Mavado himself is also being pressed legally for an arrest warrant that is still active for the dancehall star who is currently residing overseas in the United States. The Jamaican police has recently confirmed this, that David Brooks, Mavado, has since spoke of legal actions against the Jamaican authority, and he still has an existing outstanding warrant for the St. Andrew native, whose real name is David Brooks. And there's a report that published by the Jamaican Gleaner on Monday that a warrant issued in 2018, June 9th, is currently still active, and is alleged that this artist is wanted for assault, occasionally causing actual bodily harm, according to the Deputy Superintendent Rodney Sweeney, the head of the St. Andrew North Police. Now, the warrant was issued after a man named Anthony Goldburn was dragged before the court in the same year of the alleged shooting at Mavado. As per Goldburn, the Gully Side DJ had assaulted him, leading to the court issuing the warrant. Furthermore, Deputy Superintendent Sweeney told the Gleaner that there were several attempts to carry out the arrest warrant in the past. However, the entertainer was unable to be located in the island. Mavado has consistently denied any involvement in the assault, that the warrant would be justified. Now, while full details of the alleged assault remain undisclosed, attorney Oswes Smith has verified that he knows that the warrant is still active. You understand that the outstanding warrant preventing Mavado to testify against disbarred attorney Jennifer Mavado, whose Mavado claimed that defrauded him of $30 million in a real estate deal. Now you remember that lady, ladies and gentlemen, is an attorney that Mavado said he gave her money to purchase, to put down on the property, and he never received compensation nor the property. Under the United States Extradition Treaty between Jamaica, the dance hall star could potentially be extradited given that the alleged offense carried maximum sentence for 3 years under Jamaica law. The question was put to Mavado's attorney whether authorities would seek extradition. The attorney did not comment directly on the matter, leaving Mavado's legal fate uncertain. On the other hand, Mavado took to social media on March 8, 2025 to share his thoughts following his son's release from the prison sentence for the unaliving of Lorenzo Thomas in 2028. Now, he was released on that charge, and Mavado boldly came out and said that he would pursue legal action, full legal action, as a matter of fact. And since then, coincidentally, this warrant is now brought up back again in the media. A caption for the photo of Dante, who is now 22, Mavado stated, "It take me some time to process all that has taken place, but I'm ready to speak. To God be the glory. He comes first in everything I do. I'm naturally elated, relieved, and full of joy that my son Dante has been freed from the state's imposed hell. He also endured 7 years of his young life, but at the same time there is a fire raging within me at the injustice, or as the appeal judge put it, substantial miscarriage of justice that has taken place." Now, he also promised legal action. They sensationalized the story with outrageous claims that the postmortem also proved to be lies. The question is, how did this even come to trial? We will be pursuing full legal action against all parties involved in the cruel action of injustice, and will not stop fighting until real justice is served upon those who perpetrated this awful, unlawful, and unwarranted action against my son and his co-accused, Andre Hines. Now, for some reason, a week after, Mavado's name is back up in the papers, and it is saying that he is now wanted for that assault charge. And ladies and gentlemen, this is no accident that this is occurring. And like we all can point out, that the system goes after the youths of today, and as Mavado has left the state, or the country I should say, and Jamaica is trying to now basically play a badmanship with him and waving this warrant at him, showing him, said, don't come back here and try anything. My advice to Mavado is to stay away from that system that you say has dealt your son a miscarriage, because I'm sure they'll do that to you. My advice to Mavado is to move his son from the location, get him out the country if he can, because when the system is determined to get you, they will lay a bad hand on you. Now, another story that I wanted to talk about, ladies and gentlemen, is this story that I did not see, and it has been out, in the papers for a while now, couple of days. Because surprisingly, Spice, the dancehall queen, her former friend and spiritual advisor, we call him Obiaman in Jamaica, RT boss, Nardo Smith, has filed a defamation lawsuit against the dancehall star Spice over allegations of making defamation statement on her social media platform. The lawsuit is against Spice's company, Spice Entertainment LLC, an individual identified as Monique Palmer, and Goat Throat Record LLC are also listed as defendant in the civil lawsuit. Now, I don't understand why Spice and RT Boss been in this back and forth for so long till it end up in court. Now, RT Boss sued these people in the United States, in the state of Georgia. He filed a superior court of Cobb County in the state of Georgia. A liable charge has been filed against her company and such staff, the false and malicious defamation of others expressed in print, written, pictures, or sign tending to injure the reputation of a person and expose him to public hatred, contempt, and ridicule. The lawsuit alleges that the defendant's action caused painful hurt to Smith, severe emotional distress, which manifested itself in insomnia, grief, depression, anxiety, and fear. The defendant published false and defamatory material statement concerning the plaintiff in violation of the law of the state of Georgia. The lawsuit claimed it is alleged that on May 2024, Spice, a well-known dancehall star, went on multiple platforms using her wide audience and repeatedly false accusation about Smith, suggesting that he engaged in obscene action, committing criminal crime against a minor. The lawsuit further alleged the defamatory conduct was extreme, outrageous, and transcended all boundaries of decency. Merited RT Boss sowing Spice because she made statements that he found to defame his character, which caused sleepless nights, depression, and anxiety. RT say he was afraid because in the culture, those kind of statements are taken serious. The suit further alleges that Palmer, an online personality, interviewed the alleged victim in November of 2023 and knew the statement regarding the molestation of minor was false, but allowed the podcast episode to air with false and defamatory statement. Smith is seeking compensation, damage, presumed damage, and punitive damage, as well as funds to cover his attorney fee. The lawsuit was filed February 14. Uno better mind when I say on the internet, because I realize that a lot of people on this internet, ladies and gentlemen, are spewing defamatory information just to get clicks and likes. And sooner or later, it a go catch up with you know. Because here you have a youth like RT Boss that has been in Spice Corner. And I know there's no love lost. Because I've seen the social media episodes where they are speaking ill about each other, disrespectful even. And now it have reached into court in Georgia, where RT Boss is now suing Spice for defamation of character, says she spewed malicious and intention lies on her social media platform, which is a large platform, and her friends interviewed a alleged victim, and they knew that the information that they were posting was erroneous, and they allowed the lies to damage his reputation, and this has caused him to lose sleep at night, to have a damaged reputation in his field. Me Ross, me never know say Obia man had a reputation. Well, they are classifying him as a spiritual advisor. In my diaspora, they call them Obia man. So I am not damaging or speaking ill of RT Boss. I am just explaining that in the islands, we call them Obia man, voodoo priest, Obia worker, scientist. In the United States, they will call them spiritual advisor. But at them man, you me hear say, them beard of spice in a milk. So what else do you think? And you see it, Spice, they're on top of our game. She's a dancehall queen. So you can't say RT Boss did not help her fulfill her dream. And right now, RT Boss is saying, how come I help you become the top female artist, dancehall artist, and now you're using your platform to tear me down before you build me up? Rastafari. RT Boss, yeah, him are the one put Shensia in I buckle and fling her out to sea. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know if RT Boss is just clout chasing or if he really have a case. Because he says that Spice has used her large platform to defame him. Also, her company, Spice Entertainment, LLC, and an individual identified as Monique Palmer and Goat Throat Records, LLC, defamed him. So he have sued them in a civil lawsuit and alleged that he has been suffering from lack of sleep. He's been suffering from embarrassment, public humiliation, which led to his anxiety and has decreased his ability to function or participate in society. Do you think that is valid? Or you think that RT Boss is just bad mind of Spice? Or you think that because Spice has used her platform to ridicule RT Boss, real name Nardo Smith, he should be compensated for the ridicule and the defamation that he faced? Well, story I got come to bump on this one because a lot of people on the social media are going to learn a lesson from this one. Because if Nardo Smith or RT Boss can prove that Spice is liable because of her false and malicious defamatory action that were on print and in picture, which is on the social media all over the place, and Spice can't delete all of the things them, And also, you have to know that RT Boss also went back at Spice. So maybe Spice gonna have to countersue him. But he is claiming that he have severe emotional distress that has manifested into insomnia, grief, depression, anxiety, and fear. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think about this story. If you think that he's just running down an internet glory. I'm Rastafari Soldier here of Deep Roots TV. Another amazing story that I saw in the news here, families. And it's amazing because it shouldn't be shocking to anyone that Jamaicans respect a star regardless who they are. Right? Because in this paper here, I see they're documenting that Craig Butler is surprised, or shocked is the word they use, by Jamaicans supporting Messi more than their own Jamaican team, which is the Cavalier FC. He stated that I went to the National Stadium. I went to support Jamaican team and Jamaican coach playing in this game. What I saw was shocking to me. I've been to so many games all over the world and I've never seen a home team cheer for the opponent that much. Dressed in the opponent gear, Craig Butler detailed as he sat back in a van at the airport in Kingston on Friday. As per the Phoenix academic boss, who is also a joint owner of Ray and Nephew Jamaican Premier League club Veer United, he was at the airport waiting on Dujon Whisper Richards. During this time, the fire broke out at the airport, causing him and his friend to wait outside the road of the Reggae Boys who played for Chelsea FC England. Butler shared his opinion in 3-minute long video length caption. He didn't stop there, as he also made another statement in a comment since in the section of a Instagram post. In his lengthy caption, the outspoken football enthusiast highlight that the first we must be loved in our players, support them and make them know as a nation, come hell, come high waters, we're going to cheer for them. He also outlined that the Cavaliers Football Club and their head coach Rudolph Speed are his rival. Nevertheless, they are Jamaicans, hence we must support them. He also noted that he has a signed Messi jersey at home and praised Messi for his greatness. However, regardless of that, he noted our support of local teams should be behind our local teams. Fans should cheer for their local team. Fan worship. We should have all been there to support Cavaliers. We would never be able to go to the Inter Miami game and see people of American Jamaican gear cheering against Inter. Start to believe in ourselves as a nation, as a football nation. I've been trying for 20 years, guys, for you to get it. We can be much greater than we are, declared Butler before expressing that he still believes that Lionel Bailey has the potential, has the potential to be the best footballer in the world in the future. People, wanna tell me if you don't believe that. If you think that Leon Bailey has the potential to be the best football player in the world in the future. Butler's statement notably got a lot of likes and reaction when compared to his other recent posts. Most people who commented on the post seemingly disagree with his statement, while some agree. One individual who disagreed with Butler wrote, the people went to see the greatest football player ever. Probably the only opportunity most people will get to see their favorite footballer at a price that low, even though it seems as if they were cheering for the opposing team. It was all about Messi. Cavalier players played a very entertaining match, and they got the crowd going crazy at times, but the stadium was sold out because of one man. It was just about Messi. Reality set in. Most of these people can't even afford to go to Kingston or Ochi, much less to afford a flight to go overseas to watch favorite football. KMT. The comment said, another person wrote, I wish we Jamaicans support Leon like this. Now, people, I have some comments on this right here because we have to understand that Messi is one of the world best baller at this time. And for Butler to be saying this, it's kind of disingenuous. I understand what he's saying when he said like people should cheer for their Jamaican side, but nobody no love them Jamaican team like Jamaicans. Whether it's track, whether it's football, whether it's swimming, whether it's jumping, we love with Jamaican team. But like the person that comment says, you have to understand that this is world international top baller Lionel Messi. And like they made the note, Messi is some of Jamaica's favorite baller. Me go a ball field enough time, I'm hear the argument about Ronaldo and Messi and Pele and who is the greatest. And many Jamaicans' favorite player is Lionel Messi. So like the person that made the comment said, this is just about the love of football. It's the love of Lionel Messi. Is the opportunity to lay eyes on this baller in a real life and take pictures and video and have story about what it was about when Lionel Messi came to Jamaica. 20 years later, children will be grown and they will be telling these stories about Lionel Messi, just like many people would tell story about when Santos came to Jamaica with Pele. And so it's not about a team thing, because the great Sanchez was there, Santos player, Pele came, and basically nobody remember most of the players that was on Pele team. So there's a lot of good players and great players on Messi team that on Inter Miami when they came to Jamaica, but nobody cared about them or even, really. So you have to understand that this wasn't about, a team thing. It was about an opportunity. It was a historical moment in Jamaican sports, in Jamaican football. And that's why the people went, act like that. It's not about who won or who lose this game, because this was a win for Jamaica, a win for Inter Miami, a win for everyone, for tourism, for football. It was a win for the local youths them. It was a win for, the government. So you can't look at it like, people are cheering for another side. It wasn't the other side that people were cheering for. They were cheering because they were so elated that they were sharing the environment with the world top baller at the time. So ladies and gentlemen, leave your comment on this one if you think that, Craig Butler is a little bit off by saying that he can't believe that, people was cheering for Messi more than their own. And I particularly think that is wrong, because I've seen many videos where Messi is in another country and the people that's in the country come out just like Jamaican, and the fanfare, the tourism, the economy rise. The stadium is rocking when Messi score. So I don't think Craig Butler have a point. Now, if Leon Bailey can lead his team to multiple championships and come to Jamaica and rise our levels of skills by advancing us into the World Cup and winning one and winning multiple, European championship, then I'll agree with Craig Butler. But I don't see anyone right now on the pitch other than Ronaldo that you really could compare or even, have a comparison with Messi. And Messi is obviously head over heels better than, Ronaldo. Just off accomplishment. Just look at it. I know say maybe not give Ronaldo more effort, but just skills-wise, it look like Messi is real special. Real special. So leave your comment on this one, ladies and gentlemen. Tell me if you think if Craig Butler is off, if there's a reason why he should be shocked, because nobody is shocked by how the people them respond to Messi. It's Messi. I mean, come on. No real baller no go one day without talking about Messi. Come on. Now, families and friends, I want to touch on this, topic again, because Squash has been transferred from the ICE agent in Miami to the federal detention center down in Miami. And it has been spoken about multiple times on the social media. Many people asking, where is Squash? And he has been removed from the ICE location March 14, 2025, and is now in the strong grips of the federal government, in South Florida. Many people are speculating why, coincidentally, at this time that Shabdan case has come up on the docket and J-Man is involved in that. If J-Man is talking, and I want people to leave their comment on this one. Let me know if you think if J-Man is talking, because Squash was picked up after he was seen in a gathering at Sean Kingston location, and Miami-Dade got information from the undercover that was in the crowd, said to be an FBI agent, and he was picked up and caught with multiple weapons, multiple firearms in a vehicle that he was traveling in. The FBI agent relayed information that they saw Squash transferring, whether receiving or giving someone or receiving from someone something that looked like a firearm, allegedly. And that information was relayed to the Miami-Dade police, and the police pulled over Squash, and they said they saw Squash placing something, an object, in the glove compartment. And when they reviewed that glove compartment after apprehending Andre Whitaker, Squash, they found a 9mm Glock that appears to be tampered with. Seems like it have an extreme long extension clip. Seems to be a chip Glock. They also said they found a shotgun and a rifle. And of course, Squash is not driving the car, so he don't have to own those firearms. So it's possible that he have a way out, unless, the information that the feds gave saying that they saw him passing or transferring, transporting, receiving or giving someone the firearm holds up. And also maybe the Miami-Dade statement that they saw Squash putting something in the glove compartment hold up. But those are all allegations. So from what I see with my legal mind, Squash have a way to kind of weasel himself out of this situation, unless these firearms have, what we would say, ballistics that matches it to a crime. Because, of course, of the Lauderdale unaliving of the two U.S. citizens, Ford Lord and Musselman, that J-Man is currently incarcerated for, and Squash name continue coming up. It's not just I and I man circulating it, just because he's associated with J-Man, and it is being alleged that J-Man is responsible for the unaliving of the two. It's allegations, because a man is innocent until he is proven guilty. But J-Man is currently in the Broward County lockup. You know, he's there being held until trial, no bond. And remember, he's involved in Shabdan's case where he is allegedly a victim because his friends and girlfriend were unalived by Shabdan's crew or Shabdan, allegedly, because that's why he's in jail right now. So, you know, Squash name came up in it because he's associated with J-Man, plus he's associated with the alleged crime that J-Man is currently incarcerated for. Allegedly, because he's allegedly associated with J-Man, and he's been circulation of allegations that he was on location at the time of the crime. So the reason why I keep on tying up these things and saying allegedly is because it's being circulated in the streets that J-Man attacked, and that's why Squash got picked up, because he is not willing to sit for these two allegations of the unaliving of the two in Lauderhill. So circulations in the street is that J-Man is now singing like Anita Baker and Squash because he's trying to cut a deal with the Florida authorities. So it's coincidental or not coincidental that these events has taken place. Appears to be a domino effect, because as soon as Shabdan comes up and as soon as, you know, J-Man has been authorized to testify via the internet, Zoom or online, however they're going to do it, Squash seems to get hold. Because I'm sure Squash realized that if J-Man is going to testify, then J-Man must have made some kind of deal with the Florida authorities. And if he's involved in the quanging or the unaliving of the two U.S. citizens in South Florida, in Lauderhill, South Florida, then I'm sure J-Man must have given up some information that would probably, you know, how I would say this, that would place Squash at the location, which would say he would be a culprit of the incident. So I'm sure Squash is putting one and two together. And I'm sure when the feds pick you up, people, when the feds pick you up, it's a high percentage rate of conviction. So it not look good for Squash. The building look neat, but that's how tall it is. So them just put him up in the ear with some cold AC. And it's unfortunate that the only breeze Squash will be feeling right now is the air condition in South Florida. You are going to, it appears that a hurricane has blown away Squash Big Breeze, because he's currently in the federal detention center in Miami. And rumors have it that J-Man has sing to the authorities in South Florida. So Squash seems to have gotten squashed out by the United States strong arm of justice. So I and I, man, just want to come in and touch on these topics here. Mavado's surprise arrest. You know, it's surprising to Mavado, but we knew that there was something's there brewing. Yeah. And Puff Daddy's case now, families and friends. Puff Daddy's case is kind of going a little bit slower than I expect, because he just been brought in right now, and the rap mogul Sean Diddy Combs has now pled, and he has now pleaded not guilty, and he's going on trial, ladies and gentlemen, in May. Now, Sean Diddy Combs returned to federal court in New York on Friday, pending pleading and not guilty to the latest version of his indictment charging him with 2 decades of, crimes. The 55-year-old Combs, his beard noticeably gray. Him can't get none of the Beijing in a jail no more. Puff Daddy can't get no Beijing, so him gray up. Now him age really is sure. So the 55-year-old Combs, with his beard noticeably gray than weeks earlier, stood with his hands folded before him as he told the Judge Arun Subramanian, that he had read the indictment and understood the charge against him. Combs, who has been held without bail since September's arrest, hugged 2 of his lawyers, and as he entered the courtroom, and he blew kisses to his family members and waved as he was led out by the United States Marshal afterwards. Now, the judge told the lawyer that questionnaires will be distributed to hundreds of prospective jurors at the end of April, so that questions of would-be juror can begin in May. So they're going to choose a jury around May 5th. So they're going to send out questionnaires so they can make sure that they can get a fair juror and they don't get a biased juror. Opening statements expected to be on May 12th, according to the indictment. Combs used his power and prestige that he wielded as a music mogul, and he intimidated and threatened lowered women into his orbit, often under pressure or pretense of a romantic relationship. The indictment stated that he used force, threats, and he also coerced them, causing the victims to have submitted, including 3 women specified in the court paper. He also said that they engaged in commercial acts of intercourses. It said he subjected the victims to violence, threats of financial and reputation harm, and verbal abuse. On multiple occasions, Combs threw both objects and people, as well as hit, drag, and choked, and shoved others. It said on other occasions, Combs dangled other victims over an apartment balcony. Defense lawyers have argued that prosecutors used the charges to try to demonize the intercourse acts between consented adults. Part of the discussion in court Friday revolved around what will be allowed at the trial regarding a video that aired on CNN last year and showed Combs punching his former protege and girlfriend. So they're talking about Cassie right there, the R&B singer Cassie, and throwing her to the fore in the hotel hallway. Assistant U.S. Attorney Mitzi Snare said that the video was circulating on the social media and is critical to the case. Defense attorney Mark Agnifilo said that the video was deceptive and not according to which the action that took place. He said that certain actions were speeded up and the video by much than 50% and otherwise taken out of order. From the defense standpoint, it is a misleading piece of evidence, a deceptive piece of evidence, a piece of evidence that has been changed, he said. Stearns also said that the government was reluctant to share information about accusers who are or may testify in the case with defense lawyer until deadline arrived that requires the information to be turned over. She said many of the individuals are incredible, frightened, not only at having their names revealed publicly, but have them disclosed to defense attorney. So right now, Puff Daddy is still not being told all of his accusers. So I don't understand what's really going on with this case. But we're going to say if money really talk and if Puff Daddy is going to walk. I want you to leave your comment on this one because it appears that, Puff Daddy is between a rock and a hard place. And what the defense attorney are trying to do, they're trying to say that it's hard to find a unbiased juror right now because of what CNN has done. They have tarnished the image of Puff Daddy by putting out that video. So it's going to be difficult for them to find a unbiased person right now on the case. Leave your comment on this one, ladies and gentlemen. It's your favorite Rastaman here on the YouTube, on TikTok. If you're on TikTok watching me right now, go over to YouTube and subscribe to Deep Roots TV. If you're on YouTube watching me right now, go over to TikTok and follow me. And let me know in the comments if you think that Puff Daddy is guilty or he has been painted as a bad boy, like he liked to say. Or if you think that, the people that are accusing him are out for money and trying to tear down the rap mogul, Sean Diddy Combs, or Sean Combs Love, or Diddy, whatever name he's going by right now. Ladies and gentlemen, leave your comments right now. I'm Rastafari Soldier of Deep Roots TV. Thank you for tuning into the Rastaman channel. Thank you for spending your time with me. Leave your comment on this one. I really appreciate it. A more life and a more joy and a more happiness. Yeah, stay blessed.
Watch me, this is Wayne One, so I represent for Deep Roots TV. This one is a bombshell. Check it out. Say hi to your friend.
We're watching Deep Roots TV.
Say hi to your friend.
We're watching Deep Roots TV.
Yeah, man, big up to Deep Roots. Yeah, man, you want to hear the tune? Tune into Deep Roots. Up. Yeah, man, big up to Deep Roots. Yeah, man, you want to hear the tune? Tune into Deep Roots. Up top. Fire,